All right, you guys, we're gonna get started right away. Just give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna pull up this welcome message so that everybody has it. Give me 1 second. I'll send it out in our, oh, actually, no, I'm not gonna send that out because actually it has to be updated. So that being said, you guys, we're just gonna get started. We're gonna get right into it. Do we have anybody on the call today that's completely brand new? Oh yeah, Patrick. So Patrick, you're brand new. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna run through all of this for you today, Mr. Patrick, so that you can take advantage of everything that we're doing here. And also for those of you who have been on the call before, to give you guys a bit of a refresher, maybe touch base on things that you guys want to cover today. We can do that as well. Okay, perfect. So you have everything downloaded. That's amazing. Patrick, do you have your demo account set up? Amazing. Okay, so that's great. So we don't really have to go through how to set up our demo accounts. We'll skip through that. So what I'm going to show you guys really quickly actually is just how we can access everything on the Academy. I think I have to change this on the screen share. New share. We want to share this. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to access everything on I Am Academy for those of you who are just students and for those of you who are going to be IBO. We can run through a couple of things here as well, okay? So you guys, first website you need to know is I Am Academy. I'm going to pull up the chat here and I will type it out for you guys as well. 1 second. I always have issues with this like chat. Trying to pull it up, but this little bar keeps disappearing. Like, why? Okay, we're gonna get it up here so I can type it out for you guys. Oh my goodness. Struggle is not real. I'm gonna make it happen.
That's my computer.
Why? Okay, so I can't pull up the chat, but you guys can see on my screen, I Am Academy is the first website you need, and it will be your login. This is considered your back office. This is where you're going to do everything from changing your password, updating your credit card, adding add-ons if you're a platinum member, and also adding add-ons for your add-ons if you're an elite member. So this is your back office, you guys. If you are an elite member, Patrick, please pay attention to this part. You're going to have to screenshot your account, and I think Nafis may have helped you with this as well, but if he has it, screenshot your account information and send it over to Nafis, and you can add you to the elite chat, okay? So we have that. You can change your password back here. You can, again, update your billing info, all those sort of things. If you have any issues with your account or anything like that, it can all be dealt with back here, okay? So If you're an IBO, you guys, if you're building the business, I just want to show you this really quickly. You have access to a little bit more than you would if you were just a student. So you have placement tree, rank report, the chairman hall of fame. All these things are designed so that you can take advantage of helping build your business as well. You have your upline, your IBOs. You have their contact information here. So I think Patrick, you signed up under Diana. Diana is actually signed up under me. So you have my direct link. I'll shoot you my number after this as well. It is in the Operation Get Yours chat. But if there's anything you need, Grant, you as well. I believe you're signed up under Diana. You guys have direct access to me as well. So please take advantage, pick my brain. I'm here to help you guys make sure that you succeed, okay? So that being said, we are going to show you our next website, and it is iam.center. And iam.center is where you're going to access the full academy. So we're going to log in. Anytime you guys are asked to log in, it's always going to be the same login and password, okay? And I am recording this, you guys. I actually have started a YouTube channel, and I don't know what's going to happen with it. I just kind of put myself out there, and let's see where it goes. So I'm going to post this on my YouTube channel after as well, if you guys need a bit of a refresher. So what we're going to do, you guys, this is iam.center. And this is where you're going to access all of your academy, all of the education, basically everything. So what you're going to do, you guys, first thing, log in. You're going to go to academies. And once you click on academies, it will bring you to this page. And on this page, you'll have a few folders available. You have your academy resources, and then you have your Forex trading folders in different languages. So we have a couple of different languages. If you guys speak any other languages, take advantage. And we have our academy resources folder here. So the first thing you want to do, click on academy resources and get into the getting started folder. Now the getting started folder, you guys, is going to basically run you through how to use the iam.center, and it's going to kind of touch a bit more in depth than what I'm doing with you guys, so that again you can fully leverage the full IAM center. Okay, so you have your customer roadmap, your you got to enroll so you play this video, and then you have the IAM Mastery game, which is kind of cute. They have like a bunch of games in here, so as you're going through your education, it keeps you kind of entertained a little bit more than just watching videos. So it's fully interactive. They also have quizzes that you will do as you go through your academy. If you get the answers wrong, it's okay. You know, you just go back, review the video, and then go back into the quiz again. They're only 2 or 3 questions. Some of them are 1 question. You'll be fine. If you need help, just let us know. But you know, it's pretty straightforward. And then you guys, your IAM Center tutorial is the main thing I want you to watch. It's a 10-minute video. Stila has done an amazing job of walking you guys through how to fully use the iam.center in detail. And then we have our Welcome to Go Live, Welcome to Strategies little folders here as well that you can download their PDF files that basically just walks you through what they're offering in Go Live in your strategies folders. I'll show you those too. And then you have your handbooks. And the handbooks, you guys, is really, really good to kind of just utilize, because you have your IBO, your IBO handbook, and then you have your IAM member handbook. And in these handbooks, you guys, you're going to find basic questions, how to change my password, how does the 2 and 3 work, what countries are we open in, those sort of things. So if you have questions about those, firstly, I highly recommend going to the handbook, and if you can't find your answer there, then reach out to somebody, and we're always willing to help you, okay? The platform was designed to be fully online for people who don't have support, and we're really fortunate that we have a really good team of people who are here to help you and walk you through and guide you through everything. But at the same time, the platform is also self-sufficient, so we always recommend that you guys, you know, dive into it and explore what's being offered to you, and then kind of reach out to us. It's not that we don't want to help you. Of course we want to help you. It's just that you will learn, like, everything's handed to you basically. It's like on the platform, so take advantage of it, right? And again, like I said, we're here to help you, but some things can be answered here as well. It's all in the palm of your hand, so utilize that. Okay, so once you guys have done this and you've gone through this getting started folder, it will then activate your Forex Learn English. If you're a different language, you can also do that. But you're gonna click it, and the first thing you want to do, click it. All right, the first thing you want to do is hit enroll, and once you've enrolled, then you'll have access to all of the videos. And so the first thing you guys want to make sure you complete is your 100 series. Finish that as fast as you can. As you can see, I got the first quiz wrong. Okay, the question was, what is Forex? And I got it wrong. Doesn't stop you from continuing, but it's there just to keep track of everything. Okay, so once you guys do that, finish your 100 series as quick as you can. It's about 45 minutes worth of videos. It's not very long. And it will kind of break everything down for you to kind of get you ready to take advantage of your Go Live section, and which I've also discovered some really cool stuff on there. So I'm going to show you that. But also, you guys finish your 100, 200, 300, 400 series. I know Nafis right now has a competition that those of you who finish your 400 series as fast as you can will be entered into a draw, and you can win $100, and he will fund your trading account with that $100. So you guys, now is the time. We're at home. Take advantage. If you're sitting at home, complete your up to 400 series. Screenshot. He's asking for a screenshot of this right here. It will say level 4 and it will say completed, and then you want to send that to him, and you guys will be entered into a draw, and you can win $100, and he's gonna help you fund your trading account with $100. So dude, this is what's up. Take advantage of it. You can win that $100. Okay, we want you to finish this as fast as you can, and once you have done that, it's basically you're set up to take advantage of the Go Live sessions. For those of my students who recently signed up with me, I told them, go through your 100 series, but at the same time, start plugging into the Go Live. And I'm going to show you how that works. So you're going to hit Go Live, and it's going to bring you to a whole nother page. And as you can see, you have different languages. We have I believe over 12 languages. If you speak another language, take advantage. If you guys speak Spanish, there's a girl in the Spanish section. I always forget her name, but she's the only girl on the Steady platform. And you guys, when you're in London, people are going nuts for her. She's such a good trader, so check her out. I know she does Steady, and she's in Spanish, so you do have to speak Spanish to access her session if you want to understand anything otherwise. So we're going to scroll down, and as you can see here, we have our featured sessions. These are our top 5 educators right now. Kimberly Torres, Bob Proctor. For those of you who didn't know, Bob Proctor is actually partnered with our platform, and he's doing a mindset mastery with I Am Academy, just specifically designed for the Academy, and he's on every 3 weeks, Thursdays at 1 o'clock. In the meantime, you guys can go onto his channel and check out the video that he just dropped on last week, I believe. So we have Kim Torres, we have Bob Proctor, Luke Longmire, Dr. K, who's one of my favorites, and also Baz, who's one of my favorites. If you guys are brand new, Baz, Dr. K, super perfect for anybody who's a beginner. Okay, basically they keep it simple, copy and paste kind of a concept. And their strategies are both very different, but while you guys are learning how to input and exit trades, they're the ones that you want to follow. Okay, so Dr. K and Baz. So we're going to scroll down. If you guys are elite members, you have access to FRX, HFX, and DCX. The ECX isn't launched yet. That will be launching in September, and that is our e-commerce academy. It's not launched yet. Like I said, there will be a separate cost to access this academy, but you guys, I'm excited. I'm already in e-commerce, so if I could boost my e-commerce business, I am all for it. All right, so as you guys can see, we have a couple folders here: Forex Basics, Forex Advanced. Does that? I actually don't know because it hasn't been launched yet, but it's something they announced at our last convention, which was in London earlier this year. That might be something you want to ask Nafis, and Nafis actually has access to that. He's doing the, what's it called? basically like he just has access to everything earlier than all of us because he's a chairman and he's a chairman 10. So he has access to that right now. So you can ask him questions about it. I really don't know, but I'm just excited about it. You're so welcome. Okay. So we have our FRX Advanced, digital currencies, Vibrata. So these ones, you guys, Vibrata, Gold Cup, Swipe Coin. If you're a Platinum member, you do have to have the add-on to access those channels. If you're an Elite member, you have access to everything. Everyone has access to Forex Basics, Forex Advanced, Harmonics, Mindset, Motivation, and that's it. The other ones, you do have to have the add-ons, or you have to be an Elite member to access. So I'm going to show you guys something really, really cool, because I never, like, prior, like last year, let's say last year when I started, I didn't know it was like this. And so how it's designed, you guys, as you can see, I clicked on Forex Basics, and these are the educators that help you learn the basics. And you can see this is for your orientation in the 100 series. So if you guys have completed your 100 series, you can take advantage of all of this. Sorry, guys, Devere's cooking. I'm sorry if it's a little bit noisy. Sorry, Nelly. My place is small, so, you know, we're just making it work. Okay, so this is your 100 series here. If you guys complete your 100, you have access to all of these educators. Now, what's really cool is if you click 200 series, meaning that you've clicked to completed your 200, it will actually somewhat change. There you go. We had 300. Now you guys can access different sessions. So it's a really good way to kind of see like where you're at and what educators are good to follow and which sessions that they're providing, whether based on what you've completed in your academy. So I really like that they've done that. So your 100 series, as you guys can see, is a little bit different. If you completed 100 and 200, you have access to all of these. You do have access to all of this, but they've designed it so that, you know, if you haven't completed your 300 series, some of these sessions might be a little bit advanced for you. So I really like that they've done that, and I just figured that out. I was like, yo, this is so cool. Also, when you scroll down, you have the full schedule of everyone. And this is only in the basics folder. Okay, then we're gonna go back. Let's go back. Okay, so as we go back, the same thing for all the other folders, you guys. They work through 100, 200, 300 series. I'm gonna let you guys know some of my favorite educators. Like I said, if you're brand new, Boss and Dr. K, all the way. They're the way to go. Don't know why this isn't loading. Oh, there we go. Okay, my computer is just a little slow, I think. Okay, so as you can see, you guys, you have to have this is for its advanced folder, and the 300 is highlighted, meaning you should have by now completed your 300 series, and you can access all these sessions now. So a few of my educators that I'm following right now, you guys, Christopher Derrick and Mike Miles, I am on their sessions religiously this week. I decided to plug into new educators because if you were on the presentation before, like I said, like trading is very personal. You have to find what works for you, and that's why there's so many educators. Okay, so Kim Torres, Stevenson Lindor, Kevin Serrano, I love all of these guys. Oron Wright, he is a very good trader. He trades something called triangles and pretty much patterns. Lee Allen's really good. Lizaldo, you guys, Lizaldo is a beast. Teacup, Gold Cup, so good. Chance and Samantha, so dope. You guys, I don't know who to watch sometimes because there's so much on here. Everybody is just so good, so good. So you guys have access to all of these. Make sure you guys plug in. If you need help choosing an educator, finding a schedule, let me know. I can help you do that. Everybody's strategies are different. When you're brand new, I recommend that you just jump on every session that you can and see who you like, and then kind of make a decision from there. But that's our Go Live platform, you guys, okay? So is there something else I want to show you? Yeah, I want to show you guys one more thing on Gold Live here. So when you scroll to the bottom, You can see you have your master mentor class here with Bob Proctor. You can click that to access his prior session as well. And then down here you have your live educators. So if you guys ever are just want to jump on a session and you don't know who to follow, if you scroll to the bottom, it will tell you who's live. So Sheriff Adeyemi is actually from Nigeria, and he teaches, I believe he does a lot of crypto trading. I've jumped on one of his sessions and it was just a little bit of it. Let's actually jump on it right now. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is what a live session looks like, you guys. We have our live chat here. The first thing you want to do is hit activate scroller, and that's going to make the chat active. If it's like distracting to you, you can unclick that. So when you click on a session, it's going to be something like this. You're just going to hit play. And it'll say live here. So he's just going over the news right now. And that's another thing I really love about the Academy, is that even if you're a seasoned trader, you can go back on these sessions and they basically run through the market for you. So depending on the educator that you follow, you can just follow them just to keep updated on what's going on in the market, which I really, really like. Okay, so that's what a live session looks like, you guys. When you scroll down, you can see the recorded session. So you can actually go back, and if you missed anything on the session, you can go check it out. And then you also have favorited sessions. Now, he doesn't have any favorited sessions, but some of the educators do. For example, Manny Quinones has a ton of favorited sessions. Mike Miles and all those guys. So if you go into favorited sessions, those are kind of the sessions that are very education based, and they've kind of broken things down in those sessions that you can go back to, and you guys can get like deeper education on the strategy that they're teaching, for example. It's just your favorited sessions, you guys. Take advantage, they're there. I love that they've done that, because even when yesterday, I like I said, I just started following Mike Miles this week, like consistently, and he's been saying, like, if you jump on his session, like, go to his favorited videos, watch them. They'll make you understand his strategy a bit more, so that it's easier for you to plug in excuse me, when you're on the go live sessions with them. Okay, let me just see what else we're gonna cover today. Where is my so many folders? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm just going to show you guys a couple more things on here really quickly. All right. So we're going to go back to im.center. And I'm going to show you guys Pip Talk. So once you guys have plugged into your mentor or found a strategy that you like, you guys can fully take advantage of the Pip Talk section of the Academy. And what that is designed for is to basically keep in touch with all of the mentors, and keep in touch with what's going on with their channels, with some of their trades and their trades that they're sending out. So we have Pip Talk here. It's kind of like a forum-based platform as a part of the Academy. If you guys have questions or need me to slow down at any time, please, like, feel free to interact with me. We have a small group right now, so, type in the chat, unmute yourself. It's all good. You need me to slow down or move on, or if you're bored, let me know. I'm trying to keep y'all entertained at the same time. Okay, so this is our forums here, you guys. So for example, say you're following harmonics. You're gonna go to harmonics. You're gonna click into the folder, and then you are going to subscribe to the channel. So you just hit subscribe, and that, you guys, means that you'll be just informed on everything that's going on. So here is Ray Robinson, tune in tonight in 10 minutes. Still haven't learned how to properly mark up your chart to trade. So just like the what's going on with the strategy you're learning, like there's different, like Manny Quinones has something going on, Hour of Power. just so you guys are in touch with everything going on with the educators and with the strategies you're learning. So this is a really cool thing to use. They've kind of moved away from using Telegram for these updates, because with Telegram they couldn't pretty much keep track of like who was a student still and who wasn't, and so they've moved to Pip Talk, and I think it's really cool that they've done this. So now you guys, I'm going to show you strategies. So once you've kind of gone through the educators and seen like what you like, you can kind of go based on what their trading style is, or you can jump back here and go to strategies. And as you can see, I have harmonics and vibrata. I don't use everything else. I think it's very, for myself anyways, like I said, trading is very personal, so you guys decide what you want to do. If you're an elite member, you have access to all of them. Steady's really good. I like Gold Cup. I've used DeLorean, which I love. And yeah, so I haven't tried levels or pivots, but I know that they're really good, and they're different strategies. Baz trades pivots, Lee Allen trades pivots. So we're just going to open up our harmonics. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Everybody has access to harmonics for free, and this is what it looks like when you pull it up. I believe that in our study group that we have with Rebecca Smith, for those of you know, they kind of cover how to take trades through harmonics a little bit more in depth. But again, there's videos, you guys. You can use a ton of different strategies with harmonics. You can see here we're on the 15-minute chart. That means 15 minutes. That means every candle, which is every like bar, represents 15 minutes. Now these trades usually hit within, not too long, because they are 15-minute candles, so they can hit like in a couple hours, if not less. Also, depending what time you're trading and what market you're trading. So this looks like a good trade, you guys. D is always your entry point. If your trade is currently at the D, you can enter the trade. And there's a whole bunch of other steps you have to take before taking this trade. Please do your due diligence. These are not just made to copy and paste. These are designed for you to learn off of, okay? So as you can see, you have your brokers here. So if you're on Hugo's Way, I would suggest, trading on Hugo's Way broker. If you're not, that's okay. You guys can still use these trade ideas, okay? So that's harmonics. Again, like dive into your academy a little bit more and into the Go Live session, so that you guys can actually learn how to use all those different strategies. So I'm going to scroll down here, and we're going to cover two things, you guys. So this is kind of the educational side of things. So if you guys want to pull out a pen and a piece of paper, this would be the time to do, because we're going to be covering two things today. So at this point, if you guys, while I'm covering these things, if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask me, or ask me to slow down if you need me to, so you guys can see my screen. So we're going to cover two things today. The number one thing we want to cover is called pips, and the second thing we were going to cover today is called lot sizes. So with pips, and pips is how you guys are going to calculate in the market. It's basically the unit of measure that we use for Forex. I'm not going to cover indices or gold or anything like that. You guys will go through your academy to learn those certain calculations and how to calculate those different pairs. But we're just going to cover this for Forex, so you guys can have a basic understanding of how to calculate pips, how to calculate your unit of measure in the market. And this is kind of pretty much the hardest it's going to get. Okay, so once you guys can master learning how to do this, then you guys will be fine. And it will take a couple of these classes to do that, so be patient with yourself. But my intention is to, get the information to you across clearly so that you do understand, okay? So at any point, if you need me to stop, please let me know. So I'm going to pull this little thing up here. We're going to move this. Oh, what's happening? Okay, my chat box just comes up when I don't want it to come up. So give me 1 second. Okay, so I like to pull up this thing so I can write on my screen, which I like. Okay, so what we're gonna do, you guys, we're gonna cover pips. And again, pips is the unit of measure we use to calculate how we make money in the market. So the best, simplest way to look at it, you guys, is like this. This is our currency currently. Okay, we are trading right now GBP USD. You can see it's really tiny. It's not a very clear photo, but this is GBP USD. And we are going to have this as our base currency price. So if you guys have gone to the bank before and you've exchanged money, you know, they'll tell you, oh, this is the exchange rate. Right now it's $1.31. They never go past the penny because they can't give you anything smaller than a penny, right? If you're in Canada, they can't give you anything past lower than 5 cents. So they don't calculate what goes past the penny. But when we calculate and we measure units in the foreign exchange market, we actually are able to make money off of the thousand. So instead of off of the hundredth, which would be the penny, we're making money off the thousand. So because numbers are infinite, okay, so there's something after penny. It's not just a penny, there's numbers after that. So the numbers that come after the penny are called the pips, and those are the two numbers, and then we have the pipette. So just imagine, you guys, if there's a dollar sign here. I'm gonna try to draw a little dollar sign for you guys. Okay, pretty good. So imagine it's $1.31, and then we're gonna calculate based off of the pips here. Okay, and then the last number is the pipette. So I always like to put a red stamp, an X on the pipette, because the pipette we ignore. So as you guys can see here, it says pip count. They've completely taken the pipette out, because even if the pipette was a 7, it would stay a 7. If it was a 6, it would stay a 6. Basically, it's too small of us to make anything off of it, so we don't ever pay attention to it for pipette, but that's okay. We're gonna calculate off of our pips, okay? So I'm gonna do a little cheat sheet for here for you guys. And again, I'm just running through this very, very basic. There's a video that actually covers this in depth by like a professional educator, and that will kind of clarify things for you if you're still confused after this. But you know, in the meantime, I'm gonna do my best again to explain this to you. So we have our buy, and then we have our sell. So I'm gonna explain two things to you guys. One, there's something called a take profit. And what a take profit is, it's really cool because when we're trading, we are not required to basically sit and watch our charts all the time. Forex traders are actually able to do multiple trades at one time, and this is based off of being able to set a take profit. Also, it's a very misconception that people think you have to sit in front of this screen all the time. That if something goes wrong with your trade, you're going to lose money if you're not watching the chart, and that's also, like I said, it's a misconception. And so the two things that control us being able to do this more freely is called a take profit and a stop loss. So our take profit is basically this. When we are buying a currency or selling a currency, we will get locked into a base currency price, which would be, for example, here, base currency. So this was our entry price, 1.31100. Now, if we're doing a buy for our take profit, we want the price to go up, okay? And when the price goes up to a certain price, we are able to set that price into our app so that when the price goes to that price, it will kick us out of the trade automatically. So we don't have to sit there and watch it and be like, okay, I'm gonna wait until my trade goes up to $1.3210. I can actually just set my take profit, and it will automatically kick me out when it hits that number. Now, we also have something called a stop loss. And a stop loss is basically our risk management. When it comes to trading, you guys, we're here to make money, yes. But the main focus is your risk management. That's what the basis of trading is. How much are you willing to lose, and how do you control that? And you control that through a stop loss. And so it's basically like a cushion. The market doesn't always go your way, okay? The market is crazy sometimes. So especially right now with everything going on, you guys have to use a stop loss, because if things go the opposite way, you know, you want to control how much you're going to lose in the market. So again, we have two things, you guys, our take profit, and I'll go a little bit more into depth in a second here, and we have our stop loss. So what this cheat sheet basically is when we're doing a buy, we are going to use addition to find our take profit. And when we're doing our sell, we're going to use subtraction to find our take profit. Because when we're doing a buy, we want the price to go up. And when we're doing a sell, we want the price to go down. So then we have to also set our stop loss. So with our stop loss, it's going to be the opposite, okay? For a sell, we're doing addition, and for a buy, we're doing subtraction, okay? So I'm going to keep that over there. So how we're going to calculate our pips, you guys, as you can see, we have our pip count here. This was our base currency price right here, 1.3110. Now, if we were to go up 1 pip, which is 1 unit, we would go up to 1.3111. If we were up to go 2 pips, we would see 1.3112, and so forth and so on. 3 pips, 4 pips, 5 pips. Okay, does that make sense? If we had the pipette here, it would stay the same. We would not touch it. It would be the same number. So if it was a 0, it would be a 0 all the way up. Okay, so when we're doing our math, okay, say we bought GBP USD, and our entry base price was $1.31100. Again, we ignore the pip, and we're going to do our calculation from the pips. So if we were, let me say it like this. If you guys were trading with an educator, they would say, for example, okay, I'm buying GBP now, GBP USD now for 10 pips. Your job is to calculate how much would 10 pips lead, what price would you get if you added 10 pips to this price. So remember, we're calculating from these two numbers. If we were to add 10 to this number, what would the new number be? Can somebody tell me in the chat? So we're adding 10 pips to our base price, which is 1.31100. Does anybody know? Let's see who's on this call with us. Yes, perfect, Jasmine. Thank you so much. So what we're gonna do, you guys, is she did it perfect. Do you guys know how she got that number of 1.31200? I'm gonna do the math here for you guys really quickly. So because we're adding 10 pips, we're gonna add here. Let me do my little plus sign. Yep. Okay. Oh, that's not very good, is it? But that's okay. You guys can see. So we added 10 to here, and then the new number that we got was 1.31200. So that would be our take profit if we were to add 10 pips. Now, if we were to minus 10 pips, what would the new number be? I mean, not 10. Let's do minus 30 because we need to set our take profit, and a general number we like to use is 30. So we're going to minus 30 from our pips. And again, you guys, this is the hardest that it's going to get. This is not a trick question, but it is a little bit if you're brand new, so don't be worried, but it's actually very, very simple. So does anybody know what the new number would be if we were to minus 30 from our base currency price? Somebody, yes, Jasmine is on it, you guys, 1.30800. So let me tell you how she got that number so you guys are not confused, okay? So 1.30800 is our new number. And the way that she got that number, you guys, is because we cannot minus 30 from 10, she ended up minusing 30 from 110. So we're just going to borrow from the next number over, and we're going to minus 30 from 110. So our new number is 1.30801. So 110 minus 30 is 80. Okay? Is everybody clear on that? Does that make sense? Let me know if it's not. We can go through another example. If everyone's clear on how to calculate pips, we're going to move on. Yes, of course. So Patrick, let's do an example of a cell, okay? So I'm gonna get my little eraser here, and we're gonna do an example of a cell. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna erase this so it's a little more clear for you guys. Okay. And I'm gonna do my little dollar sign again. Where's my pencil? Drop. So, draw. So we're just gonna do a little dollar sign. Oh, that's different. Sorry, you guys. Okay, maybe we'll just leave it blank because this is obviously not working for me. So let's do this. Okay, so say we're doing a cell. And as you guys can see, my little chart disappeared. So let me just check this out for you guys really quickly. So buy, we're going to add for our TP, and we're gonna subtract for our stop loss. And for a sell, we're gonna subtract for our TP, and we're gonna minus for our stop. We're gonna add for our stop loss. Okay. So let's say we're doing a sell. All right. So we are going to be calculating again from our pips. If we were on a session with an educator, the educator might say, I am now selling GBP USD for 10 pips. This was our entry price. When we entered the trade, this is the price that we got. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to minus 10 from our base price. So what would the new number be? Patrick, do you know? If we were to minus 10 from 10. Amazing, perfect. That's exactly it. So the last number, we always want to make sure that we're including the pipette in there. So it would be 1.31000. If it's a 7, for example, the last pipette would say a 7. If it was a 6, it would say a 6. But we always want to make sure that make sure we're writing out the full number, okay? So that's correct. So let's say we're now setting our take profit. What we want to do is we want to add 30. Now 30, you guys, is just a general number that we use. And we're going to add 30 to figure out what will be our stop loss for our sell. So what would the new number be? I'm going to leave this one for Patrick. You're brand new. If we were to add 30 to this number, what would the new number be? Amazing. You're a pro. That's as hard as this is gonna get, okay? So very, very simple. If you guys ever get confused, like for the buy, we were minusing 30, just make sure you're rounding off to the next number, okay? And it will take some practice, it'll take some getting used to. So just make sure, like at the beginning, you guys are double checking your numbers. If you have to write it down on a piece of paper, just for it to make sense. If you guys, sometimes we have to just go back to regular math, like writing it down on paper, making things easy. And that's okay, because you're learning this. And once you guys get good at it, you'll be able to just look at it and you won't even have to write anything down. But in the meantime, please don't be ashamed. This is a learning process, okay? So please be patient with yourself. We got your back, but you guys are doing amazing. So that is, you guys, how we calculate pips, our unit of measure in the market, okay? So it's how we make money. So I'm gonna turn this up. So that's how we make money. So now we know how we make money. We want to know how much money can we make. And so when I saw this, you guys, this blew my mind, because with lot size, you can really learn how this skill and why this skill is so powerful. And it's just like why trading is so limitless, okay? So lot size, you guys, is how we make money, how much money we're able to make in the market. So we have 3 lot sizes, which I'm going to cover with you guys today. We have a micro, a mini, and a regular lot. And so when it comes to trading, I know Sasha's not on the call today, but Sasha always says, she's like, I realized the power of a dime. And if you can, you know, if you have a dime and you drop your dime, will it turn into $1? 9 out of 10, it won't. But here in the market, that's that 1%. Well, that 10% out of that 100 that it does. I'm confusing myself. Okay, let me slow down. If you were to drop a penny, a 10 cents, and you pick it up, would it be $1? It wouldn't. In the foreign exchange market, it can happen. So we're going to show you how that works, okay? So micro lot size, you guys, 0.01. That would be considered your lot size. And for every 0.01 lot, it is 10 cents per pip. What that basically means is, remember in the previous slide how I was like, we're going to add 10 pips. So when we add 10 pips, we can determine how much money we're going to make by the lot size. So if we were to do a 0.01 lot size at 10 pips, we would make $1. Okay, then we have our mini lot size. With a mini lot size, it's a 0.10. If we were to gain 10 pips, we would gain $10. Then we have our standard lot size. Our standard lot size is what everybody's working up to. Everybody wants to do this lot size, which is a 1.00, which is $10 per pip. So if you were to gain 10 pips, you would make $10, okay? So let me break this down a little bit more for you guys so we're all on the same page. So also I want to include you guys, when you're doing a micro lot size, this ranges from 0.01 to 0.09. So if you were doing a 0.02 lot size, it would be 20 cents per pip. If you were doing a 0.20 lot size on the mini lot, you'd be making $2 per pip. And in the mini lot size, it ranges from 0.10 all the way to 0.99. And then we have our lot size, the standard lot, which can range to anything you want, basically. That's how powerful it is. If you, like, we have people, some of the educators trading with $500 lot sizes. Crazy, crazy. So this is what we're aiming up to, you guys. We want to eventually use our lot size. And this standard lot size. And the only way we're going to be able to get there is determined by what is in our account. And I'm going to explain to you how that works. So this is where our risk management comes in and why it's so important to know how to properly leverage your account. So I'm going to give you guys the example of having a $100 account. A lot of people start with $100. Everyone has $100. So we're just going to start with that. And it just makes things make sense, make things simple. Okay. So like you saw in the previous slide, we were doing a 30 pip stop loss. And the reason why we did a 30 pip stop loss is because when we're trading, most traders, especially if you listen to the educators, they always say you're only going to trade, you're only going to risk 1 to 3% of your account. And a lot of the time it's per day. And so what that means is if you have a $100 account, you're only willing to risk 3% of that, which is $3. So if we did a 30 pip stop loss and our trade went the opposite way, we would have lost $3 on our $100 account. We're still okay. We have $97 in our account. We're okay to trade another day. Now, if you were doing a mini lot size on a $100 account, you couldn't risk 3%. You'd be risking a lot more. And let me explain why. When you're doing a mini lot size, you're gaining $10 per pip. $1 per pip. So let's say that again. When you're doing a mini lot size, you guys are gaining $1 per pip. So it's 0.10. Now, if you were to gain 10 pips, you would make $10. It's pretty exciting. You just made 10% of your account in one trade. The bank doesn't give you 1% a year. You are way ahead of the game. But let me tell you something. If you were to lose 30 pips, you would lose $30. Okay, so you just risked 30% of your account Not the smartest thing to do. You now have $70 in your account. You're still okay to trade another day, but you're also not able to do as many trades. Okay, so let's say that you want to go Lotto 649 and you're just all in, big bank, you don't care. We're going to do a $1 lot size. If we gained 10 pips with a 1.00 lot size, we would gain $100. We doubled our account. Oh my God, this is crazy. I can't believe it. Don't believe the hype, y'all. Let me say it like that. Don't believe the hype, okay? Because what happens if you lose 30 pips? $10 per pip, you lost 30. You only have $100 in your account. What happens? Does anybody know? How much would you lose? Can anybody answer that question for me? Because I want to see if you guys are awake. So let's say again, the question was, if we had a $100 account and we were trading with a $1 lot size and we lost 30 pips, how much money would we lose? Exactly. So Jasmine nailed it. We only lose $100. If you had a bigger account, you would lose $300. The cool thing about trading is that we don't owe anybody anything. If the trades go negative, what happens? It's called blowing an account. Basically, you blew your account, you're back at zero, and you have to fund your account again. You don't owe anyone anything, which is really nice, but I wouldn't recommend trading like that because then that becomes gambling and it's not what we're here for. We're here to learn the skill. And like I said, you guys, proper risk management is what it takes to grow your account, and also learning about compound interest and how important that is. And you guys will learn about that as you go through the academy, okay? So that's lot sizes, you guys. Again, super, super powerful. And why that is so is because let's put in this example, okay? Say that I had a $100 account, Patrick had a $1,000 account, and Jasmine has a $10,000 account, okay? We can all press the same button at the same time. I would have made, let's say, $10. Patrick would have made $100, and Jasmine would have made $1,000. Now, it just depends on the capital of your account again. And I recommend you guys going in, watching this video. It will explain everything a lot more in detail and a lot more precise and clearer for you guys to understand. So watch your lot size video, watch your pips video. It's in your 100 series. Okay, and that will kind of break everything down for you a lot easier. And yes, just for everything to make sense. So tonight, I'm gonna spend a little bit more time with you guys tonight, and I'm gonna cover how we are going to enter and exit trades. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna switch this up for you guys. So we're gonna turn my camera off on here. So is everybody following like pips and lot size okay? Does that make sense for everyone? Are we good to move on? Yeah, okay, amazing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with you guys now, and then we're gonna be done after this, I'm gonna show you guys how to enter and exit trade on your MetaTrader 4. So I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna share my phone screen with you guys. And give me 1 second. Let me make myself a co-host. Okay. So we're going to practice entering and exiting trades with you guys. We're just going to do 2 examples. There's also a video in your 100 series that shows you how to do this. But I'm just going to cover it really quickly with you guys tonight, okay? So we're going to open up our MetaTrader 4. So if you're on your phone, I would suggest pulling out your phone. so that you guys can follow along as we do this. Make sure I'm on a demo account. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do, you guys, we're gonna enter trades together. I'm just gonna run through this screen with you really quickly, Patrick. If you're on Android, it will be a little bit different. If you're on iPhone, you guys can follow along very, very well. I will try to explain my best how it works for Android. It's not that much difference, but there's a few differences, okay? So make sure that your screen is on advanced, and so it looks like this. So if it's on simple, we don't want this. We want it to be on advanced, and it's gonna look something like this. So what we have on this page, you guys, we have the time, then it's universal time. We also have the pair, which in this example here, you have AUD, USD. Under the pair, you have something called the spread. Now the spread is what you pay the broker. The broker doesn't charge for you signing up with them. The broker charges per trade, and how you can determine what they charge is by the spread. And so here we have a 10 spread. That means you're paying your broker 1 pip. Okay, so if it's like Euro USD, you can see the spread is like 7, or 6. Like it'll always constantly change because the currency is always fluctuating. If it's like a 6, that means you're paying the broker a 0.6 pip. So you're basically paying the broker 6 pipettes. Okay, so GBP USD is 18. That means you're paying your broker 1.8 pips. Okay, so then we have our, oh, sorry, you guys. My low battery mode is on, so it's gonna cut me off. Let me turn that off. Okay. There we go. Okay, so as you guys can see now, we have 2 numbers beside our pair. We have a low and a high. That's your bid and your ask price. What that basically means is the low is where you're going to sell at, and the high is where you're going to buy at. So that's just the price difference of where the price is currently at. You can see the bold numbers. If you ever forget what to calculate from, the bold numbers are your pips. The smallest number at the end is your pipette. Now it is different for USD, for JPY pairs. For Japanese yen, it's a little bit different. But again, you guys go through your academy and it will explain it a lot more clear than I can. And so that you guys can get a better understanding of how to calculate for Japanese yen pairs. So what we're gonna do, you guys, is we are going to do an example of how to enter a trade. So make sure you guys have your phones pulled out, and we're going to do GBP USD because I like it so much. That's one of my favorite pairs. Make sure you're on your demo account. I'm not really analyzing these. I'm just kind of giving you guys, examples for education purpose. So don't do this on your live account, because if you lose money, it's not my fault, okay? So we're going to find GBP USD, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go in for a buy. So what we're gonna do, the first thing we want to do is find the pair. And once we found the pair, we're gonna hold down on it and let go. If you hold down and let go, you're going to get a menu that comes up. On Android, it won't say trade. On Android, it's going to say new order. And on iPhone, it's going to say trade. So when the educator says, okay, I'm buying GBP now, GBP USD now for 10 pips, first things first, we want to find the pair. Second thing, we want to hit trade or a new order if you're on Android. Now, the next thing we need to do, you guys, is we need to make sure that we have the right, I just lost my train of thought. What is this called? Wow, you guys, okay, we need to have the right, pretty much, order type. There we go. The right order type. Sometimes you just got to think a little bit harder to pull it out of your brain. Okay, so order type. So as you guys can see, I clicked market execution, or it might say instant execution. If it says anything else like buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. These are all order types. Now, these are considered pending order types. So you can set these for later, which is not what we're doing today. Today, we're just focusing on market execution, and we are just going to buy now. Basically what market execution means is that we're entering the trade now. It means if I hit the buy or sell button, I'm actively in that trade. The other orders will not activate until they get to the price that you have set. This means I like the box of cookies and I want the box of cookies now, so I'm gonna buy at this price right now. And that's what market execution means. And I always try to explain that really thoroughly, because when I got started, you guys, I was on the phone with Nafis and Rebecca for like an hour, okay? And they were trying to explain market execution to me. So do not feel bad. Do not, if you don't get stuff, please ask questions. We are here to help you, to make sure that you guys understand. No question is a wrong question, okay? But market execution, you guys, I spent an hour on it. It means to buy or sell now. It means that we're entering the trade, we're getting in now. And that's what we're doing. So we're gonna do market execution. We're gonna set our lot size. And because on your demo account, you are on a $3,000 demo account, the proper lot size would be a 0.30 for 4X pairs. And like I said, we were gonna do a buy. So right away, you guys, we make sure our order type is right, our lot size is incorrectly. The lot size cannot be changed once you are in the trade. So make sure that you have it proper before you hit buy or sell. Okay, once you do that, we're happy, 0.30. We are going to go ahead and we're going to hit buy. Now that you guys can see the trade is open, this means it's active. It will be, you can see the numbers moving. This is an active trade, you guys. We're in a trade. So if it's your first time, congratulations, you've made it. Not really, but kind of, you're getting there, okay? So this is the first step, we're in the trade. So we have GBP USD for a buy at 0.30 lot size. Underneath that, we have two numbers. The first number is a 1.26096. And then we have an arrow, and then we have another price, 1.26085. And you can see it just moved. It went to 82. So the number that's moving, you guys, is the number that the price is currently at, okay? The number that we want to pay attention to is the first number. The first number is our entry price. That is the price we locked into. So you guys, in the PIP example, you saw it said base currency and we have locked into that price. So this is the price that we're locked into now. It's 1.26096. And that's the number we're going to do our calculations from. So if you guys are on an iPhone, you might want to have a piece of paper again when you do this, because this number will not be on the next page. If you're on an Android, you are lucky. You actually have this entry number on the modified. What we do, you guys, is we want to set our take profit and we want to set our stop loss, so that just in case anything happens, if we want to go to sleep, if our phone accidentally dies, whatever the case may be, you don't want to look at the trade forever, you just want to set it and forget it, we can do that. And this is how we do it. I'm going to show you how, okay? So the price that's moving is basically where it says 540. That's how much money we would have lost if the price is, if we were to close out the trade, okay? So it says minus $5.40. Now at the top, you can see it's a little bit more. So now it's $7.50. So as you can see, if you look at all the details, it says charges and it's $1.50. So we have to pay the broker $1.50 for getting into this trade. So our profit is actually going to be right up here, which is right now $7.20. If we close this trade out at $5.70, we're actually losing $7.20 because we had to pay the broker, okay? So what we're gonna do, you guys, is we're gonna modify. So we're gonna hold down, let go, and you're gonna have another menu pop up like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to right away hit modify. Once you hit modify, it's going to bring you to this page. Now, if you're on Android, again, it's going to look a little bit different. I got to make sure I write this number down. 1 second. Let's redo that again. So my entry number, you guys, is 1.26096. Okay, and we did a buy. So we're going to hold down and we're going to hit modify. Now what we need to do is we need to set our stop loss and our take profit. If you're on Android, your stop loss is the red line and the take profit is the green line, okay? So also on Android, you guys have the price on the top left-hand corner. Your entry price is there. If you're on iPhone, make sure that you wrote it down. So my entry price, you guys, was 1.26096. Because we're buying, sorry, our take profit, we're gonna add 10. So our new number is going to be 1.26196. So remember I said the pipette stays the same. We added 10 to 9, which is 19, and then we have our base currency price. So the new number is 1.26196. Now our stop loss, you guys, we're going to minus 30. So our new number, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So if you guys have to write it down, make sure you guys write it down. Okay. Our new number would be 589. So 1.25896. Now, if you don't know how I got that number, you guys need to go and watch the pips video. It will explain to you how to calculate your pips properly. Again, Patrick, I know this is your first time, so it'll take some getting used to. But once you're there, and you do too, Nitka, you guys watch that video. It's in your 100 series, the pips video. It will teach you how to properly calculate the pips, okay? So once we have our numbers in place, we can hit modify. Now, let me mention something to you guys. Because you and I may have entered the price, entered the trade at a different time, our entry price may not be the same. So if you had pressed buy after me, your entry price might be different by either the pip or the pipette. So you never really want to just copy somebody because your entry price will be different sometimes. So that's why you have to learn how to calculate your pips, okay? So we're gonna do one more example. And as you can see on my screen now, our stop loss number is in place and our take profit number is in place. So you always want to go back and double check that your numbers are there so that you can, if your phone dies, you're safe, okay? If it doesn't let you modify the trade, okay, if you're on the modify screen and you try to hit modify and it won't work, it's probably because the calculations were done wrong, and it just won't let you do it. So make sure that you double check your numbers, okay? And again, you guys, adding and subtracting is the hardest this is going to get. It's going to take some getting used to. It's like learning a new video game or learning a new app, you know? This is what we're doing. App works. So be patient with yourself. I know, like, you know, the first time you got Facebook, did you know how to upload a photo? No, you didn't. So you had to learn, right? So be patient with yourself. You guys will get there. So we're going to do one more example and then we're almost done for the night, okay? So I like GBP pairs, you guys, but we're going to do something different. So let's do AUD CAD, okay? So I'm going to look at the chart. We're going to do a buy on, actually, let's do a sell. So let me look for a sell for you guys. USD CAD. Make sure you're on your demo, okay? Okay, so we're gonna do USD CAD. So you guys need to find USD CAD on your quotes page. And once you do that, you're gonna hold down on the trade, let the menu pop up, and you're gonna hit trade or new order. And we're gonna make sure it's a market execution. Our lot size is in place, it's what we want, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit sell. So once we do that, you guys, now you can see the difference between the orders. We've already modified JBP USD. You can see my numbers are there. If we open USD CAD, none of my numbers are there. So we have to make sure that our numbers are always plugged in, and that's what we're going to do. So our entry number here, you guys, is 1.38987. And we are doing a sell. So for our take profit, we're going to be subtracting, okay? Excuse me, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and hit modify. And so remember, for our sell, for our take profit, we're going to minus 10. So our new price is going to be 1.38887. And for our take profit, you guys, we're adding 30. Okay, so again, don't get confused. It's basic math. If you need to borrow from the number over, you're allowed to do that. Okay, so when we add 30, I'm writing it down on paper as well. Our new number is going to be 1.39287. And we're going to hit modify. So does everybody understand how I got that number? If you don't, that's okay. You guys can run through the videos again, jump on more of these sessions with us, and we're gonna do our best to make sure that you guys are understanding this, and so that you guys can have success through the academy, okay? So that's all I'm gonna show you guys today. We're gonna leave those trades open since our take profit and our stop loss is there, and I want you guys to monitor them and see what happens. And you know, I don't know, I didn't call the trades like for real, so whatever happens, happens. But let's see, you never know, we might profit, and then you might have made money on your call with me, and then you guys can shout me out and say that you made money on my call or something. Okay, I would love that. But I don't know. All right, so that's it for tonight, you guys. I hope you guys got value out of the call. Do we have any questions before we end? Is there anything you guys want to cover before we have like 10 minutes? So anybody want to cover anything? Everything pretty clear. I'm gonna unmute everyone. If you guys have questions, please let me know now. Everybody good? All right. Okay, if everyone's good, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on this call today. I hope you guys got value out of this call. I hope everything made sense. If you guys need help with anything at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Telegram. Search Dessica. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one there. And you guys will be good. Okay, so if you need anything again, you guys, let me know. Thank you so much for joining the call. I hope this all made sense to you. If you're brand new to the Academy, welcome to I Am Mastery Academy. I hope I left a good impression for you guys. And the next training, you guys, is going to be tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday is the next training at 12 noon with Miss Rebecca Smith. If you guys are a part of my team, I don't know if we've opened up the study group for everyone. I think we have. So there is a study group tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's an hour session. It is a bit advanced if you guys are brand new, but you're welcome to jump on there. I'll drop the link in our chat. But the next beginner's training, you guys, is Thursday at noon, and then Thursday at 1 p.m. and then Thursday at 8 p.m. And in between that, if you guys need one-on-one help, hit me up. I'm here to help you. Again, thank you so much for joining me on this call. Thank you, Rebecca, for hosting me earlier. I appreciate you so much, girl. So nice to meet you, Patrick. I hope you got value from this call. Me too. Said, nice to see you as always. Jasmine, you did amazing on the call today. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we will talk soon. Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes and everybody's watching her. She's looking at you. Also, one more thing, you guys who are still on here, real quick, I do have a YouTube channel. We'll see here. It's what is my YouTube channel? The FX Diaries with Dessica. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna post this on there. So if you guys need to access this again, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay. So thank you so much again, and we'll see you guys in the next training.